Yo, what is up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna be going over Inferno X. What is it called in English? Phantasmal Flames and Mega Evolution. I'm gonna be like comparing them, see like the difference and my opinions on it. And first I'm gonna go over Inferno X because it's just been revealed all the cards in the set. So I think this is probably, and I'm not kidding, this is probably my favorite set that they ever released recently. Distant Rivals is pretty cool. Prismatic Evolutions is very cool. I just wasn't a huge fan of the evolutions. I do like Espeon and Umbreon. I like all of them, honestly. They've grown on me, but I wasn't the huge fan as a kid. Now this I think is a really cool set. I mean, if you played Diamond and Pearl, you're gonna love Piplup. That was actually, I don't think I picked him actually. I think I played it twice, and one time I did pick Piplup. You got Dewgong, one of the OGs. I believe this one evolves into Ceruledge, something like that. Even this card, I know a lot of people don't like him. I think this might be one of those Pokemon in the future that everyone likes because they grew up with it. But this art is really cool. Just look at the background. There's a lot of effort that went into that. And I do think, like, if this Pokemon came out in Gen 3, everyone would love it. Flygon, I also really like. He's a very strong Pokemon in the game. Don't really know this guy. Wigglytuff, it's a cool little Pokemon. Ambipom, you know, I wouldn't be mad if I got a few of those if I pulled it. Heracross, always one of my favorite Pokemons in the past. Never really caught him because in the game you need to put like sap on a tree or some bullshit like that. But Heracross, I mean, that art's not the craziest. I like the one in the back. Didn't notice that, but this is a really cool card. Now, I don't necessarily like how there's another Charizard in the back, but I think this is a really cool card, and I'm not sure if it's what you would categorize this, but it looks like a EX, like a full art or a special illustration or illustration. Not really sure. You got Sharpedo, really cool art. You got Empoleon, which, you know, I played Diamond and Pearl. I like that Pokemon. Low Bunny, everyone knows that one, right? You got Dawn, which if you played Diamond and Pearl, you know this is one of the trainers they have in there, which I think is cool. This is probably the best Charizard that's been released. You know, when I first got into Pokemon, I saw, like, I always thought there would be a black Charizard, like a Mega Evolution Charizard that was really cool. And I'll try to look in the past. There isn't really one that's really that amazing. And I think this one is it. This is has crazy art. It has Charmeleon and Charmander, and it's just a cool card overall. And I think this is what Charizard was really missing. A very cool Mega Charizard. I think when, at least for me, when I came into the hobby maybe like 6 months ago, I was searching for like a cool Mega Charizard. The only one really is from like X and Y, and those are kind of like all the same. You see like a price difference, but you don't really see like a visual difference between those two products. But yeah, this is the one that in my mind I thought there had been at least one crazy Mega Evolution Charizard. But that is the one. This one is also really cool. Sharpedo, if you played the games, you ran into this guy a lot. I didn't necessarily pick him up, but I do respect this guy. He is pretty cool. A lot of people, well, not a lot. I've seen some people hate on Rotom. I think he's a very cool concept. If you played the games, or at least watch some videos, I don't know what generation he comes in, but I think it's very cool that he could transform into these things, but not the greatest art I've ever seen. And this is really cool. Now, it's by Kanji. So not the most popular Pokemon, so I imagine this is gonna be like whatever Seismitoad is at right now. I probably think it'd go around that price, just because it's Shinji. But yeah, this is very cool. Look at the art. Look at the flames. I think they should have done. What's that other guy's name? Do you guys know the name of the bird Pokemon that's like super? He was played a lot in competitive Pokemon. I forget his name. But yeah, probably edit it in the video. But yeah, I think that would have been a great Pokemon to put in the set. And that would have made this set crazy, and it's already pretty crazy. You got this card. Not the biggest fan of this Pokemon, but and you got Dawn. I think if you play Diamond and Pearl, this card will be very sentimental to you. But yeah, I do. When I get my hands on some of the product, I do kind of wish I get at least one of the Dawn cards, because that'd be kind of cool to kind of look back and kind of see, kind of stumbling over my words, but to kind of look back at the games I played with that character. And then we got the gold Charizard card. Now, how I feel about this, I think this is going to be a big price tag when it comes out, but I don't think it's necessarily going to hold that price tag. I do think it's cool. I'll have to see it in person at least once to really give my full opinions on it. But yeah, I do think it's a very cool concept, and I do think it's probably the best gold card that we've gotten recently, at least. And yeah, I would say this is definitely, it should be more than the Lucario one, and it is the most popular character in the franchise. So I think this will definitely have a huge premium, but I'm not necessarily going to be chasing this card. But I think it's a really cool concept. And then we got some of the pack art, at least for the Japanese end. They got this guy who evolves into Sulurge. I think that's how you say it. So I think this is a cool card, but I don't think it'll have a huge price tag. I think this is a really cool card. If they do end up putting this card, I believe it says it's possible Phantasmal Flames would contain this unreleased Meowth. This is a really cool card. If they put that in there, that'll just make it the little cherry on top. So I guess this really confirms that this is going to be a promo card, which I don't think they should have done that. This is a very cool card. And then you make it into a promo card. This is gonna be like on the secondary market, like a $300 box, and it just released. But yeah, I was able to get one of them, and I was kind of choosing between like not even trying to get it because I've been buying a lot of stuff. But yeah, this was a good pickup because of this crazy ass card. I mean, just looking at it is really crazy how he draws it. He definitely deserves the hype. Now this card, I'm not too much of a fan of. But it is a cool promo card. You gotta think it's a promo card that's pretty like above average promo card in my opinion. And then these are the ones in Japanese. Not the best ones. I mean, I don't like how it says it in English, in my opinion. But the Japanese probably think that's really cool. If they see ours, they probably think it's lame. But yeah, let me know what you think. I think this is a really strong set. I really like this card, even though I don't like that Pokemon. I like Piplup. I like Mega Charizard, Heracross, Ambipom. I like the set a lot. I think it's one of the best ones they've released. Now to kind of compare it to Mega Evolutions, I'm not the biggest fan of this set. I did pick up some right now from Best Buy. I was able to get some. They actually passed out stuff and it was very organized, so props to them. But it's not my something I'm gonna be buying a lot of. Even investing side, if I find like maybe a good deal, I'm not even sure. I don't think I would really pick up anything from this because I unfortunately missed the Poke Center drop. And yeah, it did that little bug that it always does. But Gardevoir, it's cool, but who really likes Gardevoir, you know? Even if you play the video game, that's not, in my opinion, that's not really a card you or a character you try to find and like, oh my god, I found that Pokemon finally. For me, that was more like in this set, it was more like Heracross. Rotom was really cool when it came out. I thought that was cool. Sharpedo, Ambipom. I mean, I love Ambipom as a kid. Even this card, I don't think a lot of people like this Pokemon, but even this looks really cool to me. I probably pick this over Gardevoir. I definitely pick Piplup over Gardevoir. Now I forgot how to say his name. Lucolo? I probably wouldn't pick that up though. I don't know that guy, honestly. But I do think this is a very cool card. If you're a fan of that Pokemon, I think that's probably one of the better cards that they ever released for it. Lucario, you know, when Lucario came out, it came out in Smash Bros and stuff. I wasn't a big fan of him. Now I did catch him in the game and I thought he was pretty cool in the game, but how they're making him like the star of Pokemon and they kind of put him in Smash Bros, I didn't really like enjoy that. So I don't really like him. I think this card's cool though. I think the little lines are a little tacky, but how would you like make a picture of that? Like that he's punching Venusaur. And you got Latios over here, or Latios. I think the Latios card is really cool. I think the promos are kind of mid, in my opinion. I mean, Alakazam, right? But like, look at him. He's just like standing there. I think this is like definitely, in my opinion, the best card to come from this set. I mean, it's got the stamp. It's got Bulbasaur leaping in the air. It's got cool art in the background. I think that's probably the best card. I'll definitely try to pick up some of it. Maybe one or two. I don't like picking up a ton. I'm not really a degenerate like that. But if I'm definitely gonna pick up one. Here's the regular cards. Yeah, we got Bulbasaur. Ivysaur is really cool. Executor. I don't know what's his name. Never was a huge fan of him. Shuckle's cool. Ninjask is cool. Vulpix. I don't know that guy. This is the lowest evolution of the one Pokemon. I didn't play that generation, I guess. This is cool. I don't know him. I see that one everywhere. I do know this Pokemon. It kind of reminds me of June Beetle. Houndstone. They put a card for him. This is pretty mid. Spirit Tomb. I wish they kind of made a better card for him. Steelix, pretty cool. Spearow, pretty chill. Delibird, pretty cool. Gumshoe, I don't know that guy. Mega Venusaur, I guess this is the EX before the special illustration. I forget what these are called. Camera Up. Dude, if they made a good Camera Up card. Manectric. Carnivore. Lucario. Absol. Maulile. Latias. Kangaskhan. Oh, what else is in here? Venusaur, you know, I'm not a big fan of this card. I don't think that, in my opinion, the colors, we'll have to see it in person, but I don't think the colors really fit well together. Carnivore, I think this is pretty cool. It's just not a popular Pokemon. This is okay in my opinion. Absol. I'll have to see this in person, but I did use Absol in the games. Not my most favorite Pokemon, but I think Latias is really cool. Definitely up there with my favorite card in the set. I think this is cool too. Kangaskhan. No, I don't really like trainer cards. I don't really like that either. I don't really know him. But these gold cards are going crazy right now. But I think they'll eventually drop. I don't think they're that cool. But maybe this will start a gold era. And then that's going to be the most popular Pokemon cards. But yeah, I do think this is less strong of a set compared to Inferno X Phantasmal Flames, in my opinion. But what do you guys think? I also want to go over the prices right now of the Mega Evolutions cards. We got Mega Lucario in Japanese, of course. It's only $75. I think the Japanese, they don't really care for this card, and they're kind of like me, right? I'm not a huge fan of Lucario. I think he's a cool character in the game. This is the Japanese version. I think this is pretty cool. It's going for around 400 still. I think that's a pretty cool card. We'll have to see it in person. Probably looks a lot different. This looks pretty cool now that I'm seeing it a lot more. Just not my most favorite Pokemon. So I won't be chasing it. If you love Gardevoir, you'd probably be chasing it. Now this is for English. Mega Latias. Now 300 price point. There's not a lot of sold. 200. Ooh, if you got it at 200, that's pretty good. I don't think this is gonna go that low. I mean, it might go eventually to 200, but I think this is gonna be like a $300 card. I mean, maybe Latias isn't the most popular, but I like him. 130 right now for this guy. The set just came out, but yeah, I don't think this is 130. Maybe like $40, a $40 card, 50. Now this is a really cool card. This is like hands down my favorite card of the set. This, I guess this isn't the one with the stamp, but how would you get it? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be picking up some of these. This is really cool. I think it fits him well. Bulbasaur jumping in like that kind of color in the background. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The English set just came out. The prices are pretty high. They're pretty high right now. I think they're pretty high, but they're not like crazy prismatic prices. So I think this will be like a mid set in my opinion, especially compared to Phantasmal Flames. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.